Hi everybody. In this video, I'll show you how to make a graph using Excel Online. One benefit to doing this is it will work even with Chromebooks. So the first thing you want to do is open a web browser and then type in office.com. When you get to office.com, hit sign in, and it will ask you to log in using your TCC credentials. As a student, make sure that you log in with your username at student.tacomacc.edu and then use your password. Once you're logged in, you have the option of using one of a number of different Office programs. In this case, I want to use both Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. So I'm going to open up Excel in a new tab, and I'm going to open up Microsoft Word in a new tab. But let's go ahead and do the Microsoft Excel portion first. So in Microsoft Excel, it will ask you if you want to use an example template or a blank workbook. In this case, I'll just use a blank workbook. So we'll go ahead and open this up. And what we want to do is we want to make a list of years for all of our pennies, and then their corresponding mass in column B. In this case, I'm just going to paste some example data in here. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've got year in column A, and then the corresponding mass in column B. After I have all of my data entered, I'll highlight it, and then I'll hit this Insert tab on the top. When I hit Insert, I can go over to Scatter, and then I want to select the option for Scatter with only markers. When you hit that, it'll insert a graph on the page. You can move this graph around using your mouse or pointer. We're not quite done yet. There's a few things I'd like to clean up on this. So I'm going to hit Chart. If you hit Chart, you'll open up a bunch of other formatting options for the chart that you've generated. So in this case, what I'd like to do is I'd like to change my chart title. So in this case, I'm going to hit Edit Chart Title. In this case, I'm going to change this to be our Y variable, which is mass of pennies, versus the year that the pennies were made. And then I'll hit OK. That will change the title of my chart to a more appropriate title, one that gives you more information than just saying mass. But now we don't have any titles for our axes. So I'll go ahead and I'll hit Primary Axis Title, and I'll select the title below Axis option, and I'll change this to Year Made. We'll hit OK. That will drop that down here. And then we'll go back to Axis Title, and we'll select the Primary Vertical Axis Title. And it doesn't really matter which of these you use. I kind of prefer the rotated title. So I'll select that, and then I'll say mass. However, we don't want to just leave it as mass. We want to be specific about the units. So in this case, I'm going to put grams in parentheses. And there we go. So we've got that in there. And if you want to include this legend entry, you can. If you'd rather get rid of that, you can turn it off by going to Legend and hit None. And now we've got a nice, pretty looking graph for our data. Just to be clear, this is data that I made up. It's not going to be representative of the data that you'll actually see. All right, after this, what you can do is right-click on your chart and hit Copy. Now, if you go over to your Open tab for Microsoft Word, you can select New Blank Document. In this document, you can type out your full lab report, so answer any and all questions that your instructor has asked. But the other neat thing is you can hold down Control-V on your keyboard, that's copy-paste, and that will insert the graph that we just copied from Microsoft Excel. From here, you can then start working on your Pennies lab report. And when you're ready to upload your data or save it, the best thing to do is go over to File, hit Save As, and then download a copy to your computer. I normally recommend saving a copy in both formats. PDFs work really well for uploading across any device, where Microsoft Word is nice because if you save it in this format, if you need to make any changes down the road, you can. All right, I hope that was helpful, but feel free to email me if you have any questions.